Welcome to the world's meeting place. American.
Practically narcotic.
Freedom.
Oh, yes. I like very much.
Radio.
You're an American institution.
American Freedom Radio.
To forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
As Iraq veterans against the war, we are resisting an occupation we once risked our lives for. We swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, but we found out the hard way that the greatest enemies of the Constitution are not to be found in the sands of some far-off land, but rather right here at home.
Military dictator General Santa Anna ordered Mexican troops to seize the cannon that was given to Texas settlers near Gonzales, Texas. As a symbol of defiance, the settlers fashioned a flag that dared the Mexican army to, quote, come and take it. On October 2nd, 1835, the small group of Texans defeated the Mexican army at the Battle of Gonzales, which marked the beginning of the Texas Revolution. Taking us to the present, under the leadership of corrupt career politicians, we are experiencing a blatant disregard for the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Bailouts, excessive taxes, property confiscation, and forced vaccinations are just a few of the treasonous crimes committed against us. On October 2nd, tomorrow, 2009, we Texans unite to take a stand. We stand for life, liberty, and property, and together we will support Debra Medina for Texas governor. Tomorrow, folks, is a money bomb for our candidate, the people's candidate here for governor of Texas 2010. She is Debra Medina. She joins us on the program now. Debra, so great to have you back on.
Thank you, Jack. It's good to be with you today.
About time we get a money bomb. I know you guys need the help.
We do need the help. You know, this is truly a grassroots campaign, and people have been very faithful. But the reality is we're running a very tight ship. We've committed to only spend what we take in. And it's interesting today, the piece went out about the fact that we're starting to run television commercials, and already folks are saying, you're on that station, why aren't you on this station? And somebody else has already written in and said, maybe money. Yeah. And that's exactly where we are. The more money we have coming in, the more ad time we can buy. So,
because you have a grassroots organization building up around you, and you certainly are a candidate on the rise, I'm not sure if we're worrying the Perry Hutchinson crowd yet, but they better be worried. But because you have such a good grassroots foundation under you and around you, you don't need $50 million to run. You don't have to buy the governorship. We just got to let people know that you're in the race and what you stand for, and I guess let the chips fall where they may.
You're absolutely right, Jack. We are running a very lean, mean machine. We've got a tremendous number of volunteers. We are finding, however, that having some staff support, some full-time individuals who can give kind of a structure around the state of Texas. I know everybody talks about how big Texas is, and it really is huge. We'd like to see about 15 regional coordinators around the state of Texas. Today we have 3, and we will add those additional staff people, and that'll probably fill out our campaign staff. It's just folks on the ground in the regional areas to support that volunteer grassroots team. Won't add those people until we have the money in the bank to pay them. But looking forward to the money bomb tomorrow and hoping that that'll give us a nice boost as we like to see a pretty big push through October and the first week of November. And then we think after that people are going to kind of be focusing on the holidays.
I think even the mainstream media agrees with me that where Texas goes, generally the rest of the country goes. Very important that we have a liberty-minded governor and a liberty-minded government here in Texas. And I'll go over some of the issues here so my listeners understand just how important this is. Where are we sending people for the money bomb? Is it runmedina.com?
Run Medina is that grassroots site that's been encouraging people, but they actually make contributions at Medina for Texas. I believe that Run Medina will link you over, but you can just hit medinafortexas.com, and the ticker will be up there tomorrow, or up there tonight at midnight, I guess, so you'll be able to see how we're doing, and hoping for a really successful day tomorrow.
If you forget or you didn't write it down, it's Medina for Texas, and she is for Texas, and she's for freedom. MedinaForTexas.com, but just Google Medina, Medina, Medina Money Bomb, and get in. Even if you don't live in Texas, you know, we've been out supporting Debra, candidates like Adam Kokesh and potentially Peter Schiff and other candidates who are running it for Congress. Rand Paul, certainly. I know Texans have given money, even though he's running as a U.S. Senator for Kentucky. Very important we support liberty-minded candidates such as yourself. So even if you don't live in Texas, if you can give $100, if you can give $50, anything. If you can't give anything, then spend a few hours spreading the word about the money bomb, because, again, we've got 24 hours here to really raise interest and to get the word out, and that's something we can all do. Even if you can't afford to donate, folks, you can afford the time, make the time to make sure everybody knows about this money bomb. Go on Daily Paul, bump that to, I saw that you went down there on that list. You got to keep bumping that up so people see that on the front page of something like Daily Paul. Anybody you know that ever supported Ron Paul, get in touch with them and let them know how important this is. I don't certainly have any extra money, but, Debra, I'm going to be contributing to the money bomb tomorrow as well as helping you today. Fact of the matter is, folks, there's some good people that want to work for the campaign, but they can't quit their jobs to do it. She's got to pay the good people that are available to her right now, and we could really make this interesting. Debra, this is a national campaign, whether people understand that or not.
We are getting interest from the media all around the state. You mentioned earlier, do Kay and Rick know? They know. They know, they're watching. I'm getting phone calls every couple of days from people who are transacting business in Austin and reaffirming that everybody is watching. This dark horse really is gaining ground. We're gaining ground every day, and we're beginning to get a few nibbles from the national media as well. So it's going to get real interesting. I am very encouraged by the opportunity before us. I think many of us were really excited several years ago when we saw Ron jump into the presidential campaign and thought, okay, here's an opportunity to really get us back towards a constitutional republic. What we've seen in the aftermath, of course, is, as you indicated, a number of liberty-minded candidates around the country, but most of those are federal candidates fighting the Leviathan in Washington, D.C. There is a real opportunity for a governor, even a governor in a state like Texas, to be a strong advocate for the restoration of state sovereignty, for the restoration of property and gun rights. Those things that I have been pounding are the essential elements of freedom. We have got to quit surrendering those rights, and I think, as you indicate, if we take a hard stand here in Texas and fight aggressively to restore those things, the country will quickly follow our lead, and boy, patriots are stepping up from all over the state to help in this battle.
That's right. Hey, folks, you want to be part of something? You remember how it felt when you joined in the Ron Paul revolution? You saw that getting, more and more and more attention and bigger crowds, and he began winning all the polls and bringing in these exorbitant amounts of money where they could drive this campaign and pay all the good people. You want to be part of something like that again, jump on this bandwagon. Debra, we look at Mr. Perry, and I just did an hour on the takeover of our financial system by international interests, of which Governor Rick Perry and Kay Bailout Hutchinson are a part. They are a part of this status quo that have gotten us into this big mess. Obviously, we cannot reward them by giving them another term in the State House here. But
Jack, I think a lot of your listeners are going to know about the bailout and know that Kay voted for that. What many people don't know is that as chairman of the Republican Governors Association, Governor Perry signed a request to the Congress, a joint press release with his Democrat counterpart, begging the Congress, encouraging the Congress to pass that initial bailout back in October a year ago. So Governor Perry advocated the very thing that he's trying to beat Kay Bailey up for. There is no difference They are both aligned with international business and bankers.